what you have all been waiting for, anticipating today. I think all day we've been living for this. What happens next in The Wind in the Willows, right?
Yeah.
Right? We live for this. Okay, so super quick through vocabulary word today. Our first word up there is the word deprive. What's our word?
Deprive.
If you deprive someone or something of something, you're just keeping something away from someone. So if you deprive someone of something, you're keeping something away from them. So for 3 long years of my child's life, I deprived him from having a dog. I did not let him have a dog. I kept it away from him. He didn't get one. That makes sense? Kyler thinks I'm depriving him of milk because I don't give it to him before bed anymore. He doesn't need it. He's fine. But you're keeping something away from someone. Our first word was?
Deprive.
Our first word was?
Deprive.
Our next word, gosh, our next word is the word fate. And fate just means it's the destiny or it's the power that, according to some people's beliefs, decide what happens in the future. So your fate, some people believe it's like your destiny. It's what they think is just automatically going to happen to you. Okay? So our second word was?
Fate.
Zoe, rock star today. Our second word was?
Fate.
Thank you. We don't need to shout it, but our next one is the word occupant. What's our word?
Occupant.
An occupant is a person or a thing that inhabits or lives in a particular place. So an occupant is someone who's living somewhere. You are all occupants of your home or wherever you may live. There is we went to the park last night, and we were picking acorns because that's what we do. And a squirrel came out of the tree. He is an occupant of that tree. He lives there. So people can be occupants, but so can animals and other things. So our third word today was?
Occupant.
Fabulous. Our next word is the word revenge. How many of you have heard of revenge before? This is a huge theme in my house that pops up a lot because boys being boys think they need to get revenge. Revenge is when you're getting back at someone for something harmful or unpleasant they've done. Now, the theme in our house is we don't act with revenge. Just because your brother stepped on you doesn't mean you stepped back. But revenge would be they did something to you, you're going to act back. But we are teaching our boys that revenge is not the answer, because is it?
Sometimes.
Cooper thinks that maybe revenge is the answer. I don't want to be with you and your sister, Cooper. 3, 2, 1. It really is not a great strategy. But our fourth word today is? Fabulous. Our next one is the word solitary. Solitary just means lonely or isolated. Isolated, again, would be kind of like by yourself. So if you're solitary, you're the only one. You're lonely, you're isolated, or by yourself. So our fifth word today is? Solitary, meaning you're by yourself. And then last but not least is a big word. It just means it's unrestrainedly. Unrestrainedly. Have you ever heard that before?
No.
So unrestrainedly just means uncontrollable. So I use a leash to restrain my dog. So if we look at that word, inside there it has on the front. That's called a prefix, and it makes our word mean not. And at the end, we have ly, and that makes it happen in a way. So if something is restrained, so it can't move. But if it's unrestrained or unrestrainedly, it's uncontrolled. There's no holding back on it. Things are getting wild. Who in our story might be unrestrainable?
Toad.
Maybe Toad. Good. Well, we will get to where we left off.
You look like a snake.
When we left off, Toad was leaping from the train, and he was hiding where?
In the forest.
In the woods, right? And he decided to go inside where?
The tree.
He went to the tree hole, and he's hiding out inside of there. Very good. Third graders, this is a huge deal today. So before we begin into working and reading, we have to talk about themes. Themes are going to be things that pop up throughout our story. And we've had 4 focus themes. They have been what? Zoe, what's one?
Responsible.
Responsibility. Fabulous. That was one of them. Viola.
Hospitality.
Hospitality. Welcoming other people into your home and treating them respectfully in your home. Good. Claire. Loyalty. Along with loyalty, what do we have, guys?
Friendship.
Oh, great. You got the harder one of the words. Loyalty and friendship went together. And the last one, Grayson. Irresponsibility. That's our picture of Toad. Kind of an irresponsible character, right? We've filled out our theme chart a little bit. We have talked nonstop about those themes that we've gone through the story. And they are going to be super important for today's final activity that we do in class. We've heard examples. You guys have gone through them. Irresponsibility. That's the one I want to talk to you about in a moment. Irresponsibility. What is that word that means opposite of irresponsibility? Opposite, another word for opposite is an antonym. What is an antonym or an opposite of irresponsibility? What is it? Responsibility, one of our other themes. Good. So you have it. Some people are responsible. If you're not being responsible, you are being irresponsible. Good. And we already talked about where we left off a little bit. Remember, why is Toad dressed like a lady here? Not just any lady. He's dressed as a washerwoman. Why, Charlie, is he dressed like a washerwoman?
Because he gave a couple dollars to the washerwoman, so she gave him her clothes.
Very good. He gave a few bucks away to the washerwoman, right, to get her clothes so he could escape out of. Who else helped him escape? Zena, who else helped him escape?
Oh, little girl.
You're right. She is a girl. What do we call her? She's the
jailer's double.
Zena. Who is it?
Jailer's daughter.
The jailer's daughter. Good. Third graders. We are going to start our read aloud. But before we do, we're going to take a quick pause and I'm going to have you predict to your neighbor what you think is going to happen today.